This is Dr. Dravon James with Everyday Peace. You're listening to your Everyday Peace Moment, and we're continuing to discuss how to change. How do you change? There is a human tendency to talk about the things that we don't want, right? And why we need to change what we don't want. Seems pretty logical. You got to know what you don't want in order to know what you do want. And although I do understand that process of knowing what you don't want so that you can cultivate what you do want, there is a connection there, and I get it. But when you're ready to really change, you've been through the contemplation, you've convinced yourself that it's the right thing to do for you, your loved ones, your community, the world, that your change will be of service. Then when you're at that point, the thing to do is to focus on what you love. Yeah, because what we love elevates our energetic space, our vibrational energy, if you will. We focus on what it is that we love about where we're going, right? As though we're already there. When we focus on that, on how this change will impact our lives. What we're going to feel like when we get this change, when we get to this level. How this change is going to impact the lives of your loved ones. How this change is going to impact your community, because it will. How this change is going to impact the world, because when you impact one other person, you do realize that one other person impacts another person and another person. You are, in fact, impacting the world. When you focus on your change from this perspective of love, now you're energetically tuned into, at the right frequency, of the goal, of the destination that you're traveling towards. This is necessary. Our focus is necessary, and the focus is gentle and it's kind. You can already feel, I hope, that we're not focusing on the strategy, right? Because maybe that's overwhelming, right? And I can guarantee you that it won't have the same type of organic flow that focusing on the love generated from the change and the process of changing. I'm Dr. Dravon James. This is Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James. I absolutely love you. Thank you for showing up today as an everyday peacemaker. You're listening to Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James. This is your Everyday Peace moment. What does it take to change your life? I've been getting that question a lot. What does it take to change your life? And although the question is probably as varied as the people who ask, there is at least one or two principles that we're going to start with today in this discussion that are going to be needed to change your life. And the first is a vision. You don't have to know all the nook and cranny of what you need to do, but you need to have a good, strong feeling of what it's going to feel like when you get there, and a general idea of where you're going. You're going to need some clarity. Yeah. You're going to need what I call vision, 20/20 vision. You're going to need that. And you're also going to need some courage. Some courage to go where you have not gone before, perhaps, into uncertain, uncharted territory. You're going to have to be willing to be uncomfortable with not knowing what the next moment is going to bring, which means you're going to move out of that comfort zone into a space of being willing to allow. Those are the first two things you're going to need in order to change your life. Vision. Begin to feel that vision. It should light you up and feel like passion. and some courage. Courage comes from doing. Do a small thing in the direction of that change that you want to go in today. I know you can do it. I'm Dr. Dravon James. This is Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James. I absolutely love you. Thank you for showing up today as an everyday peacemaker. This is Dr. Dravon James with Everyday Peace. You're listening to the Everyday Peace Moment. Have you ever asked yourself, why is life so painful? I mean, have you ever had the experience that it's just one painful event after another painful event? Well, if your life is anything like mine, you have asked that question on a number of occasions. And I got to tell you that one of my favorite gospel songs is by Reverend Paul, and it's entitled, I Won't Complain. There's a lyric in that song that asks that exact question. Why? Why so much pain? And then the answer in the song is that He, referring to God, knows what's good for me. And it really helps me to think when I'm in painful situations, and I hope that this helps you too, is that the pain has not shown up in my life to destroy me. Although it may be physical pain, emotional pain, financial pain, it has not shown up in my life to destroy me. It's actually come to help me improve. Yeah, it's difficult to believe that when you're in the midst of pain. But think of some of the things that pain helps you do. And one of the things I can say in my life, having experienced physical pain, financial pain, and relationship pain, is that during those times it helps me to focus. I am like laser focused. But here's the thing. In that moment, what I have to be willing to do is to shift that focus to a place of life improvement. Here's what that looks like. So I may be laser focused on the pain in this relationship and how unfair it was for me to be treated this way. But when I arrive back to my steady state and say, okay, Dravon, this pain has come to help you. What should you be focused on instead? It helps me to shift my focus into what do I need to do in order to feel safe? And if I'm really honest, it means that I need to shift my focus from the physical external world to the internal presence of the divine spirit. Pain has not come to ruin you. It's come so that you may have a deeper, more genuine relationship with the divine power, universal source, if you will, God, if that word resonates with you, whatever word you want to put in there. Pain has come to strengthen that relationship, because in that relationship is every good thing that you desire. Your perfect health, your wealth, and your relationships. I'm Dr. Dravon James. This is Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James. I absolutely love you. Thank you for showing up today as an everyday peacemaker. This is Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James, and this is your Everyday Peace Moment. Today we're talking about how you can move from where you are to where you want to be. And you can interpret where you are any way that you need to. It could be where you are physically, where you are in your health, where you are, where you live, and where you work. It could be where you are in your relationships, where you are in your financial status, your career, your business, however you want to. How do you move from where you are to where you want to be? Well, the first thing you have to know is, where are you? You got to do an assessment of that. And the first question to ask is not where am I, but who am I? Because who you are right now in this moment, who you believe you are right now in this moment, I guarantee you is directly connected to where you are. So your first question when you're discussing on how to get from where you are to where you want to be is, who am I? Who am I? And guess what? The answer to that question does not have to do with what you do. You can't say, I am a wife, I am a husband, I am a mom, I'm a cook, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm an Indian chief. You can't say those things because that doesn't answer the question of who you are. It doesn't answer the question of who you are. Who are you? You know, in the Bible, there's a part in there where Jesus says, who are people saying that I am? Isn't that interesting? Who are people saying that I am? What I'm asking you today is, who are you saying that you are? This is Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James, and I want to tell you the answer to that before we close out our minute or so here. You are infinitely powerful beyond belief. You are the powerful one. I like that phrase. You are the powerful one. Infinitely powerful beyond belief. That's how you get from where you are to where you want to be, by knowing who you are. This is Everyday Peace with Dr. Dravon James. I absolutely love you. Thank you for showing up today as an everyday peacemaker.